If you're ready to harness the power of your communications data, blast off with Nylas today.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Coding with Nylas, live stream where we talk about programming, APIs, and more. As you can see, I'm all by myself today. My colleague Ram is working very hard because he's going to be on We Are Developers World Congress 2023. That's from July 26 to July 28 in Berlin City Keep. And we have a nice discount for you. That uses WWC23-Friends10, and you're going to get a discount. So Ram is going to be talking about how to use Hugging Face and to make responses for emails. So remember, worldcongress.dev and use the hashtag WeAreDevs. With that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Just click on the bell to get notified. Subscribe to our channel so we can create more live streams. Also, let us know what did you think. Engage with us on social media. We're Nylas at LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, streams, and everywhere. So, what are we going to talk today? We're going to talk about email parsing with Ruby and ChatGPT. So, email parsing is really important. Let's say we get an email and we want to extract some information from it. So let's go with an example first. Let me share my screen. And this one is going to use good old regex. So let's say we have this email. Hey, I've been asking you for things for my gym, but I completely forgot to send you my contact information. So he goes with his cell phone, address, looking forward to hearing from you. Hulk Hogan from Hulk Gym. So we want to extract information from this email. So we can extract his cell phone number using this, right? Cell phone, we want to have a space, we want to have the parentheses, we want to grab 3 digits, then another space, another 3 digits, a dash, 3 digits, etc. For the address, it's going to be something in the same note. We're going to grab the address, and we're going to have a space, we're going to have some numbers, and we're going to grab everything. And then for that, from there, we're going to put the contact info. So if we run this, and we're going to do that right now. So that will be sandbox. Oops. Okay, something weird happened. Why it's not putting anything? Let me see. So email. I don't know why this. I can swear this was working, unless I change something. That's weird. I'm not gonna spend too much time trying to figure out what went wrong, but you get the idea, right? And the problem with this approach is that if you change anything, then you're gonna need to change your regex. So ideally, what you want is some sort of a generator that is gonna create the regex that you need for any special case. So we can do that using ChatGPT. So let's go back here, and we're gonna run our email parser, which is a Sinatra application. So let's go here. This is gonna read my mailbox, the first 5 emails. So I have here my contact information. It's me again. What do you have for me, etc. So what I'm gonna do here is gonna select one of the emails. I'm gonna press submit, and it's gonna send the email to ChatGPT with a prompt, and it's gonna return back the information that you want. So cool. We have here the name, which is Terry Hulk Hogan. We have the role, which is gym owner. We have the cell phone, and we have the address. And this is really nice because if something changes, we don't need to do anything. I mean, ChatGPT is gonna create the regex that we need for each particular case. So let's go back and let's see if we have another email that we can extract some information from, like this gym equipment for hit or miss. Not all emails have information that you can parse, but let's see if this has something. Yeah. So it's just going to give me the sender and the content. So there's really nothing much in there, but at least it's giving me back something. So let's go back. Um, let's try this one. It's me again. Yeah, well, so greeting, hey, sender, it's me again. That's the message, the name, and the nickname. So still we're getting some information back from there. So let's go to the important part, which is the source code. So as usual, we're going to import our dependencies. And the important one here, besides Nylas, obviously, is going to be the Ruby OpenAPI gem, which is going to allow us to connect to our OpenAI account. So we're going to initialize our Nylas client, and let me do this a little bit bigger. And also we're going to configure our OpenAI client, and we're going to pass our token. Once we have done that, we're going to create a new client. And here we're going to select from 5 emails from our mailbox. So here I'm using one of my mailbox, not the regular one, but one that I call CRM. But I put some emails that I use for live streams. So we're seeing here, we're going to use a messages endpoint, and we want to limit it to only 5 emails in the CRM folder. Once we have that, what we want to do is want to display the emails. So here we're going to call, and we're going to send it to emails. Let's open that real quick. That's in the views. So as always, I'm using Tailwind because it's way easier for me to handle any JavaScript or CSS. So we're going to call main. And here, let me do this bigger. We're just passing the emails that we get back from the messages endpoint. And we simply looping them. So emails each do email. Here, we're going to put it as a variable. And we're going to have the email ID, which is going to be hidden. And we're also going to have the subject. That means we have the subject here, and the ID is going to be hidden because we're going to use it when we select something and we submit it to ChatGPT. So we don't need to pass the message, we just need the email ID. So going back, once we have that, let's say we select something and we press submit, what is going to happen is that we're going to get the email ID as a parameter, and we're making sure that we have selected something, because if I refresh this, there's a chance that I just don't select anything. It's not selected. So we want something selected just to make sure everything is good. So using the email ID, we're going to retrieve the body of the message. So we're going to use again the messages endpoint. This time we're going to use the find parameter. And we're going to pass the email ID. Well, we have that. We're still going to use some regex just to clean up the email, like get rid of things that we really don't care. Sometimes there's a lot of noise in the emails. And this is important and nicer part. So we're going to create a prompt for ChatGPT, and we're going to say, you're an email parser receiving an email. You need to parse the information as JSON. You don't need to show the code. Just return the result and call it result. Also, return an array with the JSON keys. Here's the email. And we're going to pass it as the body of the email that we have read. Here, we're going to call the ChatGPT client, and we're going to use GPT-4, which has been released publicly, which is nice. So here, we're going to say that the role is system, and the content is going to be this text here, so our prompt. So it's going to pass that into ChatGPT along with the body of our email, and we're going to be able to read the response. So we're going to say response dig, choices 0, we want the first choice, and we want to split it. So we want to split it on coverage returns. So ideally we wanted to have it like in a single line, but we want to remove all the coverage returns. So we're going to put it like a single line. And what we want to do is we want everything that goes between brackets, and that's going to be the parse keys. So when we set here, return an array with a JSON keys, that's what we're going to get here. Anything that goes inside the brackets. So here we're going to use a little bit of regex. So we're going to say, just grab everything that is between the brackets. So we're going to loop that, and we're going to put it in a line. Also, we want to replace any quote that we have in here, and we want to split this in an array. Because we want to have it in a way, some sort of like a dictionary that we can actually read and then display on the screen. So here, we're just saying that if we don't have anything to analyze, we don't do anything. So if the email ID is null, we don't do it. But if there's an email ID and we are able to read the email, we want to grab everything that goes inside curly brackets, which is going to be actually what ChatGPT is reading. So we're going to use another regex, and we're going to grab everything that is between the brackets. And we're going to turn that into a JSON. So here, what we're going to do is we're going to create a line which is key and result. Like, for example, name is Black, location is Ottawa. So here, we're going to do that. We're going to grab for our array of results. We're going to put, let's say, name, and we're going to go into our JSON objects. It's going to be a dictionary, and we're going to put the information back. So something like this. So if we go to my contact information again, let's see, this would be the key, this would be the result. So we want to grab all these 4 keys and print the result along with it. If there's nothing, we're simply going to say a message, no emails were selected. And then, once we have the information that we want, we're going to call this parsed here. And simply, we're going to display it. We're going to loop it, and we're going to display it. And that means this here. We're going to display the information that we have. So with this, we can pass any email. It's going to be analyzed, and it's going to extract the information that we want. As we have the keys and the content, we could use this to put it like in a CRM or put it in a database or whatever you want. So we're actually free to choose what we are going to do with the information. And we don't need to create really complex regex to handle this. It's just ChatGPT is going to make the necessary regex that we need in order to extract the information. Let me stop sharing my screen so I can see and make you remember that we have live streams every Wednesday and Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Don't forget to go to our developer website, developer.nylas.com, where all our documentation resides. Remember, I told you can actually leave feedback on the documentation. If there's something you don't like, if there's something you think should be improved, just let us know, leave a comment, give us a smiley face. And as always, follow us. Let us know what you think. Engage with us on social media. Let us know if you want to be a guest of the show. As you know, we haven't get any guest so far. We would love to have one. So if you're working with Nylas, just let us know and you can be here. We can showcase your work and make it awesome. So I hope you like it. ChatGPT is pretty awesome. It's the first time I'm using it with Ruby, which is a really nice experience. And you can see that now we can parse wherever we want. So I hope you like it. Have a great weekend and see you next time. Bye, everyone. Take care.